Good day, folks. Thank you for joining us here at Your Health. On today's program, we want to talk about health benefits of extracts from the grape. When we take a little from the grape skin, a little from the grape seed, and purify this and use it as a dietary supplement, amazing things happen for us. Helps to protect from cardiovascular disease, helps the diabetic, can be used in cancer therapy, all sorts of wonderful things that you should know about. That's our concept for today. It's extracts from the grape. But first, let's go to our news. Let's see what's happening in the health world. Having a greater sense of life satisfaction reduces the risk of death. Researchers from Chapman University followed almost 4,500 adults 50 years of age and older for 9 years. They asked the study participants, all things considered on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most satisfied, how satisfied with life are you? They found those with the most satisfaction were at 18% reduced risk of death. They, however, also found those with variable degrees of life satisfaction were at 20% increased risk of death. The study was published by Psychological Science. Related research from the University of Houston wanted to know if participation in sporting activities could help seniors adapt to the changes and stresses brought by retirement. They interviewed more than 250 residents of a retirement community. They asked if informal sporting activities, organized individual or team sport competitions, or things like running, cycling, or shuffleboard helped the seniors with the challenges of retirement. They found participating in sporting activities did help seniors adapt to retirement. Well, this is an interesting line of research. Having a greater sense of life satisfaction reduced the risk of death. Researchers also found having variable degrees of life satisfaction. You know, an up and down sense of satisfaction leads to greater risk of death. Perhaps this is because those who can quickly adapt to a new set of life circumstances are usually happier with a greater sense of life satisfaction. But if you're unable to adapt to these changes that life brings, it would lead to a greater stress and more emotional wear and tear. The second study started with the notion that participation in sports enhances the development of children, so could it help seniors who are facing the changes that retirement brings? And sure enough, the shared experiences that group sporting events provides help seniors fit into the changing roles that retirement brings. This in turn improves satisfaction, which leads to reduced risk of death. Drinking sugar-sweetened drinks increases the risk of developing a fatty liver. Researchers from Tufts University evaluated dietary patterns and health parameters of almost 6,000 American subjects. They found drinking as little as 1 sweetened soda a month increased the risk of fatty liver disease by about 15%. Those who drank 1 sweetened drink a week were at about 30% increased risk, while those who drank 1 or more sweetened drinks a day were almost 2.5 times more likely to develop fat deposits in their liver. Fatty infiltration of the liver increases the risk of liver cirrhosis, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. It is estimated that 30% of all Americans currently have excessive fat deposits in their liver. The study was published by the Journal of Hepatology. Now, related research from the University of Illinois, published by Scientific Reports, finds from an animal study that high fructose corn syrup consumption, when compared with sucrose, causes more body fat weight gain, greater liver fat deposition, while it also leads to reduced physical activity. The researchers compared the effects of 2 diets that provided normal total calories on 2 groups of mice. One group was given 20% of its calories from high fructose corn syrup, while the other group was given 20% of its calories from white table sugar. The researchers used this formula because it reflects the diet of a typical American male teenager. They found the diet that included high fructose corn syrup caused more body fat weight gain and fatty liver deposits, while it even reduced physical activity. Isn't that something? It made them lazy. Well, folks, neither of these 2 studies, taken alone, proves that high fructose corn syrup is bad for us. But when you consider the total body of research on this subject, well, there's no doubt in my mind that high fructose corn syrup causes body fat weight gain, fatty liver disease, and a decrease in physical activity. And it does it even when we ingest fructose as a part of a diet that provides normal amounts of calories that should support normal weight. Table sugar can do this when taken in excess or in an obesity-promoting diet, but corn syrup does it even when our total calorie intake is thin and normal. Our patterns of high fructose corn syrup consumption desperately needs to change. Many believe we need to make food laws governing or taxing corn syrup. However, a recent study from Cornell University found when people are told a certain food costs more because the food has an imposed unhealthy food tax, guess what happens? They actually want and consume more of that unhealthy food. This is really more about knowledge and the power it provides us with. Accentuate the positives, focus on healthy options, and good things follow. Today on Your Health, we'll focus on extracts from the grape. Stay tuned, we'll learn more.
May Savings Time is here again with our annual cancer-free celebration.
Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and at BioInnovations.
We understand you must be very careful with your budget, so we're offering you the best prices of the year on many of your favorite supplements for the entire month of May. And shipping is free on all orders over $50 in the continental U.S.
Perhaps you've heard about many of these supplements and wondered if they'd help you. Now's a great time to give them a try.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrients and Noni Natural Skincare are up to 50% off. Aloha, Noni, and Acai are still half price by the case. And many other products you've grown to trust are up to 30% off.
May is a great time to stock up on your favorites.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. I'm Cindy Becker, and this is Your Health at a Glance. Heavy metal poisoning is a growing concern, and it may play a role in your health. It can happen through occupational exposure or environmental pollution, or both. If you work in a metal shop, a smelting plant, or any type of facility that uses electroplating or welding, you may be suffering from heavy metal exposure. But those of us who live in cities may suffer from heavy metal exposure through environmental pollution. It's the #1 cause of heavy metal poisoning. It can occur over a long period of exposure, or it can happen after a single dose. Symptoms can be overlooked because they're symptoms of common diseases such as fatigue, memory loss, tremor, joint pain, and indigestion. These are common symptoms of heavy metal poisoning. If your health is declining and you haven't been able to figure out the underlying cause, discuss heavy metal poisoning with your doctor. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Cindy Becker.
Is your life out of balance? It may be. The average American consumes far too many omega-6s and not enough omega-3s. This creates an imbalance.
So what can we do to get back in balance? We can eat a healthy diet.
And most of us need to supplement with omega-3 rich fish oil. Fish oil contains omega-3s with DHA and EPA, fatty acids that promote good brain and heart health. So reduce omega-6 in your nutritional plan and boost omega-3 to get back in balance.
To help you do that, BioInnovations offers 2 products, the Fish Oil Complex and Omega 369, both formulated for your health and well-being. So how do you choose? For highest levels of DHA and EPA, choose the Fish Oil Complex. For a balanced formula, choose the 369. Go online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. Welcome back, everyone. It is such a blessing to be with you today. We are having a great time this month learning so much, aren't we? Well, today we get to talk about the benefits of the grape. This one's amazing. There's so many different varied nutritional properties that you can really boost with the grape. This is great, Richard.
Yes. Better health with the grape. You know, grapes have been used by humans as a food and has been cultivated for absolutely thousands of years. We have an ancient history and association with products of the grape. In fact, there are over 250 biblical references to the grape, and in the Bible, the grape and the vine is used to symbolize life. And early scientists took note of that. I mean, this is a clue, isn't it? It is a clue. So they began to explore the grape as a medicinal food and found that the grape contains a class of flavanol, flavonoid, polyphenol antioxidants known as proanthocyanidins, or OPCs. That's just a big word meaning it's molecules of similar nature joined together oligomeric, a few of these joined together proanthocyanidins with a beautiful purple to bluish color. That's really all that word means. And so that's what the grape contains that provides such remarkable health benefits. It also contains, along with these proanthocyanidins, resveratrol. The grape seed and the grape skin are the two main sources of grapes' health-promoting phytochemicals. And it's interesting, you know, the seed, we don't eat that. We spit it out. It's bitter. If you've ever bitten into a grape seed, you know it's bitter. You spit that out. So we can use that as a dietary supplement in a pill form or a capsule form, and there's tremendous health-promoting properties. Let's talk about the skin for a minute. Grape skins contain the powerful polyphenol resveratrol. All grapes contain resveratrol. The darker colored, the red and the purple grapes, they contain more, but even white grapes contain resveratrol. It is a phytoalexin. In Greek mythology, Alex is the protector of the city gates. So a phytoalexin is a plant-based molecule that protects the plant from invading pathogens such as a virus, a fungus, or a bacteria. It's a phytoalexin that protects the plant. So if the grapevine is injured by any way, even taking the grape off the vine, the plant begins to produce more resveratrol to protect itself from further insult. So that's also an interesting aspect of this. Several plants contain resveratrol, including various berries and even peanuts, but the two most important sources are grapes and the Japanese knotweed. You may see on various dietary supplements resveratrol from the knotweed plant, and that's okay, it's appropriate. It is the same molecule as the resveratrol taken from the skin of the grape. The knotweed plant is a bamboo-like substance, and it contains very large amounts. It makes it a cheap, easy-to-access source of resveratrol. It has long been observed that the French people consume a high-fat diet, complete with daily wine consumption, and yet they are skinny, and they have low rates of obesity, heart disease, and cancer. This is called the French paradox. Why in the world would this happen? Scientists have studied this extensively, and part of the reason is because they consume so many products from the grape, not only as wine, but as a fruit. And the substances in the grape, what they've learned is they stimulate two sets of genes, the SIRTA genes, SIRTA1 and SIRTA2. These genes are activated, and these genes are known to promote thinness and longevity. Thinness and longevity. So what we're saying here is you can consume a high-fat, sweet-based diet, lots of desserts, but if you're consuming grape with it, it changes your physiology so that it is that of a thin person. And this is how the French paradox happens. This is how the Frenchman can stay thin, consume rich foods, not have heart attacks. And it's been traced, at least in part, back to products of the grape. You can reproduce that. You can take the extract of the grape and help to prevent the development of diabetes, and we'll get to that. Another powerful oligoproanthocyanidin comes from the extract of the grape seed, of course. It has similar properties, and we hardly ever ingest those seeds because, as we mentioned, they taste bad and we spit them out. Many grape supplements also contain related OPCs from maritime pine bark. This is another source of the OPCs, and they work in unison with the grape compound. There are advantages to having multiple sources because they are slightly different, these OPCs, and when we have multiple sources, we have a symphony of action. See, this is the essence of a healthy diet. A healthy diet, we don't just eat one food. We don't just eat lemons when we have a healthy diet. It's a variety. In fact, nutritionists will tell you the primary characteristic of a healthy diet features diversity. Lots of different foods, lots of different fruits and vegetables and a variety of different meats and grains. And we don't focus on, and this is one of the problems of the American diet. The typical American consumes 10 different foods over and over and over and over. That does not lead to good nutrition. Diversity matters. And so this is why we have a combination of sources for these OPCs and resveratrol and whatnot in our grape seed products and grape resveratrol products. That diversity matters. It helps. These compounds are among the most studied nutritional supplements since the discovery of resveratrol by Western scientists in 1963, but the Japanese discovered this compound resveratrol in 1939. If you know your history, we weren't on good terms with Japan in 1939. We weren't sharing information with them. They kept us unique and exclusive, but now that's all changed now, and we share this information. So the Japanese were first to learn about this, and since that time, all this bank of knowledge, epidemiologic studies, test tube studies, animal studies, and whatnot, and human studies, we have learned that products of the grape, one, promote thinness, lengthen life in species lower than humans. It's a little harder to tell if it lengthens life in humans, but it suggests it does. But everything from bacteria to mice to lesser animals, whatnot, it lengthens their life. Everything studied, it lengthens their life. Improves the parameters of diabetes control, lowers inflammation in the body, improves mitochondrial biogenesis. The mitochondria makes the energy for the cell. This energy drives metabolism, helps you to stay thin. It drives healing and repair. The corrective mechanisms in the body, it drives the natural antioxidant systems in the body. Without a strong mitochondrial production of ATP, you're going to suffer. And products of the grape help to improve the mitochondrial biogenesis of energy. That's a remarkable attribute. Next, it lowers and improves cholesterol and body lipid levels, lowers the risk of cardiovascular disease, lowers the risk of cancer, and improves cancer treatment outcomes. Positive test tube and animal studies don't always translate into human studies, so what about human data? Well, the bank of knowledge on products of the grape is tremendous. We have some 190,000 worldwide studies now, 8,500 at the National Institutes of Health, excuse me. Of these, 80,000 have been conducted on humans, and some 10,000 or more double-blind placebo-controlled. We have more research on products of the grape than we have on Lipitor, the world's #1 drug. You know, I've heard doctors say, well, we don't have much research on those dietary supplements. They could be dangerous. That statement belongs 30 years ago, not today. We have more research on dietary supplements now than on medicines. Can you believe that? So when you hear that from your doctor, that means your doctor's about 30 years behind in his reading. And that bothers me. That worries me. I don't want to go to a doctor who's 30 years behind. I want to go to a doctor who's well-versed in all the things that work, be it a medicine, be it surgery, radiation, or nutrients extracted from the grape, whatever it is. I want to know what works. And the next step in that is what works without side effects. Boy, that's where the dietary supplements shine. So we have tremendous information on the benefits of the grape. Let's do this. Let's go to our break. When we return, let's dip our toe into this scientific research and learn what and how products of the grape can help you. We'll be right back with the science on the grape.
Time is here again with our annual cancer-free celebration.
Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and at BioInnovations.
We understand you must be very careful with your budget, so we're offering you the best prices of the year on many of your favorite supplements for the entire month of May. And shipping is free on all orders over $50 in the continental U.S.
Perhaps you've heard about many of these supplements and wondered if they'd help you. Now's a great time to give them a try.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrients and Noni Natural Skincare are up to 50% off. Aloha, Noni, and Acai are still half price by the case. And many other products you've grown to trust are up to 30% off.
May is a great time to stock up on your favorites.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. I'm Cindy Becker for Your Health at a Glance. Are you looking for a healthy replacement for sodas? For thousands of years, the Far East has enjoyed the many health benefits of green tea. Now the Western world has embraced this potent antioxidant for its many health benefits as both a drink and supplement. Green tea has been thoroughly researched. It's been shown to improve bone density and immunity, as well as levels of cholesterol, blood sugar, and blood pressure. Research has also shown it to decrease inflammation and one's risk of cardiovascular disease and many forms of cancer. One recent study even found that people who drink 5 or more cups a day were 33% less likely to develop conditions that cause disability. For health, it is everyone's cup of tea. For your health at a glance, I'm Cindy Becker.
Can you lower your risk of disease? The answer is yes. One way is by including fruit in your diet. Fruit contains valuable nutrients that can reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even some cancers.
We've searched the world and found 4 fruits we believe are among the best. Noni from Polynesia, acai from the Amazon, and 2 new ones, goji and mangosteen.
These 4 juices each have amazing properties that make them great additions to your nutritional plan. If you're a diabetic or have chronic pain, these juices will help you feel better and have more energy. Plus, they help with digestion.
Now you can experience the health-promoting benefits of all 4 in one convenient package we call the Fruits of the World 4-pack. And remember, it's 50% off by the case. Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128. Welcome back, everyone. We're having a great discussion on the wonderful properties of the grape and the grape extracts. Now, Richard has some amazing research studies to share with you. Richard, there's a lot. Every time you go to prepare for the show, we do this topic, there's new studies.
More clarification. You know, one of the early raps on resveratrol is that this molecule, we don't absorb much of it. So how could you possibly get any benefit from something you only absorb tiny, itty-bitty amounts? Well, what they've learned in multiple double-blind placebo-controlled trials on absorption is that we do absorb it, and resveratrol is almost immediately converted to some 21 or more active metabolites. It's converted into other things that are also active and give us benefits. So just because the resveratrol level goes up and down quickly doesn't mean it's not still there. How it's being broken down, it's being broken into things that benefit us as well. They have also found that a morning dose with a fatty food, say like a piece of toast with peanut butter, something fatty like that, or bread with butter on it, you will absorb the most of that resveratrol if you do it that way. Here's a benefit that is really impressive: blood flow. At least 4 double-blind placebo-controlled trials shows that whether you're obese, pre-diabetic, diabetic, or what, it doesn't matter, any of those states. This is the state of metabolism in America. Obesity is common, diabetes and pre-diabetes is very common. If you take a little resveratrol and products of the grape, your blood will flow freer. Arteries open up. They've even found this is true in the brain, improved blood flow to the brain. Oxygenate the brain, the day gets easier, folks. It does. Pain is relieved, headaches relieved, clarity is restored, and it makes a huge difference. And whether it's peripheral tissues or to the brain, to organs, wherever, the blood flow improves. One of the basic tenets of good health is good blood flow. Look at coronary artery disease. Heart attack is because you're not getting enough blood flow to the heart. What about stroke? You're not getting enough blood flow to the brain, it dies. Lack of oxygen. Keep the blood flowing. Grape seed extract, resveratrol in particular, improves that blood flow. That's the studies here. 2 studies reveal stabilized mentation in Alzheimer's disease. That blood flow adds up to real benefits. What about toxicity? Safety studies on 40 subjects, more of these have all been repeated multiple times now with dosages from 0.5 gram to 5 grams or more. No one needs a 5-gram dose of resveratrol, but they do this to find if there's a problem with it, potential problem. No toxic reaction. However, in those who took 2.5 to 5 grams in one setting, they found they got a little queasy, you know, a little queasy. Nothing toxic, it's just, oh, I had too much of that, you know, I can get too much of like a donut, you can get too much of that. So you don't need those big doses, and the first thing that tells you this is actually a good thing. I got a little queasy, I don't need that much, no problems. See, does that make sense? Because I don't want to overstate this. This isn't a toxic reaction. If you're taking too much, you might get a little queasy, it tells you to back off, you don't need it. No problems. You know, they check liver function, they check all these things in toxicity studies, and none of those typical things showed up that you see in all the medicines. You ever watch a drug commercial on TV? None of that with resveratrol. None of that with grape skin extract or grape seed extract. Anti-inflammatory, at least 4 clinical trials on ulcerative colitis show remarked reduction of inflammation, and they know the mechanism. Reduce tumor necrosis factor alpha, highly sensitive CRP, NF-kappa beta. Also, it improves quality of life scores. Reduces inflammation in inflammatory bowel disease. How about oxidative stress? This is the thing we think of the most with products of the great. There's that profound antioxidant. You know, the bright colored polyphenols, they're really good antioxidant. Curcumin is that yellow color, the purplish color of resveratrol. Boy, the colors are good things. Make your salads with lots of color. That's what we're looking for, right? Well, resveratrol is that dark color that we want. 5 double-blind, placebo-controlled trials on at least 180 subjects. Reduction of oxidative stress by influencing at least 10 different metabolic pathways. Oxidative stress in smokers reduced 22%. Take that with a little vitamin C. You're helping yourself, smokers. Even 1 small dose of resveratrol reduces oxidative stress, and it can last up to 48 to 72 hours. 1 dose. This tells you that you could get in a pattern. Money's tight. You can't spend a lot on your supplements. 2-3 doses of resveratrol a week, every other day, every 3rd day. It will have an effect even though you don't take it every day. Isn't that remarkable? It has a prolonged effect. Lowered oxidative stress in angina patients, showing reduced adiponectin. As your fat level goes up, adiponectin reduces. Take resveratrol, it raises your adiponectin. This is a hormone influence due to increasing obesity levels. This is one of the basic mechanisms how the French can have all of this rich food, and yet they show the metabolism of a thin person. Part of it is through the influence of the adiponectin hormone. This is really amazing and advanced research. So in summary, the resveratrol helps your body attain a physiology of a thin person, even if you're struggling with obesity and diabetes. And this has been confirmed over and over and over in studies. This is a tremendous benefit for the diabetic. It lowers inflammation by influencing 27 different genes. See, one of the great things about nutritional supplements as opposed to medications is we work with the body's natural mechanisms. It influences our genetic material to go into the healing, restorative detoxification pattern. It does this naturally, simply, smoothly, without side effects. It works with you, not against you. Medicines act as toxins and poisons. Ask any MD, they'll tell you, oh yeah, they work as poisons. They do, that's how they work. Not the dietary supplements, and certainly not resveratrol. I like that. This is something I can get behind. This is how we have tremendous healing and change in America. Get off. You know, America consumes half of all the medicines produced in the world, and we have only 5% of the world's population. That is such a sad state of affairs to me. We don't need all that medicine. We just don't. It's gotten to the point where it's causing us more harm than good, and you know that's true in your heart. We should never take that. Am I anti-medicine?
Absolutely not.
I'm not anti-medicine.
Medicine saved your life.
Absolutely they do. And there's a place for all of this, but we need to start with the naturals, folks. This is the gifts from God. We need to start with those, and when our lives get weak and we're older and we just need that medicine, then we can go to them. You'll need less medicine with fewer side effects if you start with these naturals. How about cardiovascular disease before the break? Double-blind, placebo-controlled, repeated over and over now, lowers the risk of heart disease in high-risk patients. Even a small dose, even 10 milligrams, that's a couple flakes of dust of resveratrol, improves the ejection fraction. In other words, how much blood the heart beats, ejects out with each beat. It improves that. Even 10 milligrams, tiny little dose. It improves left ventricular diastolic function. That's heart failure stuff. That happens with end-stage hypertension. Heart's beating so hard all the time, it can't fill back up with blood. It takes more energy to fill the heart than to inject it out. A little dose of resveratrol, that gets more efficient. That helps heart failure patients. It improves endothelial dysfunction, that's your hypertension. It improves LDL cholesterol levels. It decreases red blood cell deformities. If you have a heart valve problem and the heart blood cells are being deformed as they go through that bad heart valve, resveratrol will help you with that. That's a big thing. That'll help a lot of people. Reduces inflammation by about 20% and increases anti-inflammatory biomarkers by 20%. So it's a synergy. It works both ways. It's remarkable. Cross-sectional study of over 1,000. They found dietary intake of resveratrol correlates with blood levels. You can get this from your diet, but you must do it on a regular basis. But don't forget, grapes come with high fructose load. There's a lot of sugar in grapes, and that can be a problem for the diabetic. So have your grapes, but take a little resveratrol as a dietary supplement and don't get all the sugar. Those with the most resveratrol intake had significantly reduced triglycerides and improved heart rate and decreased blood glucose levels. Tremendous cardiovascular. This is the French paradox. They're explaining how it works through resveratrol. Isn't that amazing? Tremendous. We have a break, but we're going to talk about cancer next.
Savings time is here again with our annual cancer-free celebration.
Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and at BioInnovations.
We understand you must be very careful with your budget, so we're offering you the best prices of the year on many of your favorite supplements for the entire month of May. And shipping is free on all orders over $50 in the continental U.S.
Perhaps you've heard about many of these supplements and wondered if they'd help you. Now's a great time to give them a try.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrients and Noni Natural Skincare are up to 50% off. Aloha, Noni, and Acai are still half price by the case. And many other products you've grown to trust are up to 30% off.
May is a great time to stock up on your favorites.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings.
I'm Dr. Richard Becker for Your Health at a Glance. Are you looking for a way to lower your risk of Alzheimer's? As the prevalence of obesity and metabolic syndrome continue to increase, researchers have found a possible link between type 2 diabetes and the onset of Alzheimer's disease. In fact, type 2 diabetics are at 200% higher risk of Alzheimer's compared to people without diabetes. These metabolic changes that develop with diabetes appears to greatly increase the speed of deterioration of the brain and other related systems. Lowering your blood glucose is easier than you may think. Eat smaller meals, exercise regularly, and reduce carbohydrates in your diet, especially simple sugars. Taking steps today to control your blood glucose may protect your entire body, including your brain. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Dr. Richard Becker. Every day, about 200 million Americans do not get enough of a key essential mineral.
That mineral is magnesium. The typical American diet does not supply enough.
And magnesium is so important. It protects bones and helps more than 300 different enzymes in the human body perform efficiently.
That's why BioInnovations offers chelated magnesium capsules for oral use and topical magnesium gel to be applied to the skin. That's 2 forms of magnesium to meet your daily needs.
Scientific evidence points to chelation as the best method of vitamin and mineral formulation.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health.
Because chances are you are one of the 200 million Americans who need more magnesium every day.
Again, that number is 888-442-2128. Call today. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. Welcome back, everyone. Well, I've got to let you know it is May Savings Celebration at BioInnovations. What a great time to get the supplements that you need to stay healthy. You can get plenty of the Grapeseed extract at this time. Great time, good prices, and free shipping on orders over $50. Of course, that's the mainland USA, but a good time to stock up. So we're talking about the extracts of the grape. This is just amazing, and how it is so important and has such an amazing effect, a nutritional support for the cancer patient. This one's really important, guys. So Richard, Just like we've talked about a lot of our other supplements, this one has a very important aspect for the cancer patient.
It does. They've been able to show that resveratrol penetrates into the tumor, and this is done on human studies. It penetrates into the tumor and the tissues around the tumor where the tumor would invade. And this action leads to a reduction in cancer proliferation by about 5%. Now that doesn't sound like much, but when you add that onto your other therapies, they add up to a significant reduction in the cancer's ability to spread. Healthy but susceptible to cancer, these subjects, resveratrol activates. You're high risk for cancer. You take the resveratrol, it activates enzyme systems that protect you from cancer. See, this is through the DNA, activation of our innate pathways that fight cancer. It's been estimated that the average 80-year-old has contracted and fought off cancer 6 times in their life. It's this quest to understand why that mechanism fails that I'm interested in, and how do we keep that mechanism going so that we never have to fight off cancer with our oncologist. Having products of the grape in your diet and these types of supplements is part of that answer. There's quite a bit to this, but it's absolutely part of it, absolutely. Also, a review of the available studies show that resveratrol acts synergistically with radiation to improve radiation's effectiveness in the treatment of cancer, while it protects normal tissues from the damaging effects of radiation. We personally have known people who have used radiation in treatment of their cancer while taking grape seed extract and resveratrol, and their oncologist is amazed. What are you doing? You're not burning, you're not having the fatigue, you're not worn out, all the problems. What are you doing? And they respond, well, I'm not sure, but here's what I'm taking. Well, resveratrol, grapeseed extract, is absolutely part of this antioxidant plan that makes cancer therapy more effective with fewer side effects. I'm reminded of the recent review. 499 studies reviewed showed every one but one of those. One study showed no benefit from antioxidants, but not a one of them showed any damage or harm from taking antioxidants during cancer therapy. The notion that antioxidants harm us in cancer is based on an antiquated theory with no supportive scientific evidence. It's sorcery, that concept. And it has no basis in fact, and we need to get past this and help people. I cannot help but think every time I go through this subject of the millions of people who have suffered because of this advice. No antioxidants in cancer therapy. Get off of it, doctors. The evidence is overwhelmingly clear. The benefits are there. With chemotherapy, with radiation, outcomes are better. Next. Prediabetes, diabetes, and the SIRTA1 gene. At least 6 double-blind placebo-controlled trials, 90 diabetics more. This every month or two I go check on this, there's a new one. Resveratrol improves measures of blood glucose control diabetics. It lowers inflammation and the oxidative stress of diabetes. Even minute doses, 5 milligrams a day, creates benefits with the explanation of how resveratrol creates these benefits. They know how it works. A 150 milligram daily dose of resveratrol causes obese people's physiology to convert to that of a thin person. French paradox right there explained. They know how it does it. It reduces liver enzymes. It reduces glucose levels. It reduces glucose levels after you've eaten a meal. It reduces triglycerides and other body fats like cholesterol. It reduces inflammation while it activates the SIRTA1 gene, the programmed gene to act like a thin person. A 3-gram dose created the physiology of exercise in sedentary obese subjects. This is exercise in a pill. It is the closest thing we've ever found. And the drug companies have been looking for this for decades. Can you imagine the profits from a patentable drug that replicates exercise? We got it, but it's not a drug. God has the patent on this one. A 3-gram dose creates the physiology of exercise in sedentary people. If you can exercise, please do it, but there are a lot of reasons why people can't. I'm thinking of paralyzed individuals. Yeah, it's really hard for you to get that kind of exercise. Please get on a little resveratrol. It just does a body good. Isn't this amazing? Next, closest thing to exercise in a pill. Animal study designed to replicate diabetes found resveratrol protected the kidneys from diabetes-induced damage. Medication-induced kidney damage, aldosterone-induced kidney damage. This is all the mechanisms of how diabetes damages the kidney. Resveratrol protects the kidney in the diabetic. And they know exact mechanisms. That's remarkable. How about the skin? This is amazing. 3 double-blind placebo-controlled trials on 50 subjects and more. Resveratrol reduces acne by 50% when applied topically. I've seen the before and after. One half of the face is treated with resveratrol-containing cream. The other, there's pimples all over the other side. This side's clear. It's just remarkable what it can do for acne. You can make this yourself. Take the little capsule, open it up, pour a little into therapeutic skin cream, mix it up real good, put it on all over the face at bedtime. Give it a couple weeks, you're going to see a difference. Let the kids do this. Add a little zinc, a little probiotic to your regimen. Boy, we can make a little vitamin A with that. We can make a difference with this acne. It's just tremendous. Resveratrol is so good for this. Wow. You know, and we haven't even started on grape seed extract. So, when we return from the break, let's summarize resveratrol, and we'll do a quick summary on benefits of the grape seed. We'll be right back. Have you heard of Cordyceps sinensis, the medicinal mushroom that supports metabolic processes for stimulant-free energy? This remarkable mushroom also supports the immune and respiratory systems, as well as the heart and lungs.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients, Cordyceps sinensis.
Medicinal mushrooms contain beta-glucans, compounds that promote healthy immune function while helping to coordinate multiple body systems. And Cordyceps sinensis is among the safest and most powerful medicinal mushrooms available today, making it your choice for stimulant-free natural energy.
BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. Give us a call at 888-442-2128. That's 888-442-2128. Or order online at bioinnovations.net. Be sure to ask about the auto ship program for additional savings.
Is our hope for you today. I'm Cindy Becker. In the epic movie Gone with the Wind, Scarlett O'Hara says she won't think about her problems today or she'll go crazy. She'll think about them tomorrow. How should we think about tomorrow in our lives? In Matthew 6, verse 33, we get advice about tomorrow. Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. It's so difficult to not worry about the future. Many of us catastrophize about the future. That's spending all your time thinking about all the catastrophes that might happen. So let tomorrow worry about itself. That way, we won't miss the wonderful things happening in our lives right now. I'm Cindy Becker. This is our hope for you today.
May Savings Time is here again with our annual Cancer-Free Celebration.
Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and at BioInnovations.
We understand you must be very careful with your budget, so we're offering you the best prices of the year on many of your favorite supplements for the entire month of May. And shipping is free on all orders over $50 in the continental U.S.
Perhaps you've heard about many of these supplements and wondered if they'd help you. Now's a great time to give them a try.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrients and Noni Natural Skincare are up to 50% off. Aloha, Noni, and Acai are still half price by the case. And many other products you've grown to trust are up to 30% off.
May is a great time to stock up on your favorites.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the auto ship program for additional savings.
We're back, everyone. Just a quick reminder, it is savings time at BioInnovations. Great celebration, best prices of the season, and free shipping on orders over $50. Of course, that's the mainland USA. So be sure you get your order in. Well, so now we're going to summarize what have we learned so far about resveratrol. So, Richard?
Well, we know it's absorbed. We know that even small doses have a measurable effect on the human body. It activates the SIRTA1 and 2 genes, which promote thinness, the physiology of thinness, promotes longevity, probably in humans as well as lower animals. Resveratrol also protects the cardiovascular system, lowers cholesterol, endothelial dysfunction. Here's one, salt-sensitive hypertension in the postmenopausal female. This is a real problem. Blood pressure shoots up after menopause. Resveratrol will drop your blood pressure by 12 points. If that's your problem, ladies, think about it, swelling up with a little salt and you're swollen. It's no fun. Resveratrol helps that tremendously. Diabetes, it lowers the measures of glucose control in diabetes, protects the organs in diabetes. It's a powerful antioxidant, powerful agent that turns on your antioxidant systems and your detoxification systems. It's a powerful anti-cancer agent, plus it shields you from the side effects of chemo and radiation therapy. It penetrates the blood-brain barrier where it helps to protect the brain. It is a natural antibiotic. It's great on yeast and fungi. It is good for bacteria, viruses, and other things. And all attempts to turn resveratrol into a patentable drug have failed with high side effect profiles, but resveratrol is essentially side effect free. So why do anything but that? I don't see a reason. Now, our next topic real quickly is why should we supplement with the grape seed extract? Well, this is something that's not normally part of our diet. We spit those seeds out, but they contain flavanol flavonoids with huge health benefits. These flavonols include the polyphenol oligomeric proanthocyanidins, or OPCs. That's a lot easier for me to say, so I'm going to say OPCs. These are a family of related plant-based compounds. They are powerful antioxidants, more powerful than vitamin C, vitamin E, or beta-carotene, and they also activate our native antioxidant systems. Grapeseed extract is usually used in cardiovascular problems, diabetes, and wound healing. It supports capillary integrity. If you have any type of vascular problem, from hemorrhoids to blood pressure, and I mean that sincerely, any type of blood pressure problem or vascular problem, grapeseed extract is the remedy for you. It has anti-inflammatory factors. It increases endothelial growth factor, anti-allergy properties, antihistamine properties. It protects from infrared radiation. People who have a diverse fruit and vegetable diet with these types of antioxidants, they have 60 to 70% lower rates of skin cancers and reoccurrence of skin cancers. So if you are a skin cancer patient, this is what you want to supplement. Vitamin D also, and these antioxidants really helps to protect your skin. We have many studies now on benefits of the grapeseed extract, reducing blood pressure by 12 points. To get a drug approved by the FDA for hypertension, if you have a 6 to 8 point blood pressure drop with that drug, you can get the right to claim it. Well, we haven't gone through the process of getting FDA approval to make the claim it lowers blood pressure, but the research supports the notion that your blood pressure will be lower while you're taking products of the grape. 12-point reduction, helping to keep the blood vessels soft and pliable so we can perfuse all our organs, decreases low-density lipocholesterol by 13% while raising HDL by 13%. This is the grape seed. Protects against cellular damage from microscopic blood vessel injury in diabetes. Diabetes causes microvascular damage. It is a disease of the microvasculature, and that is what in turn damages the organs, the toes, the fingers, the amputations, the blindness, all. It's because of the damage in the microvascular, the capillaries. That's where all the business of the blood takes place, is in the capillaries. And they become damaged. What do you get? Diabetic neuropathy, amputations, blindness, renal dialysis. This is where grapeseed extract shines. It helps to restore the health to the capillaries, where the problems are in diabetes. Such a benefit to the diabetic. Also, it's active against a wide variety of infectious agents, including bacteria, fungi, pathogenic viruses, active against a variety of different cell lines, including cancers of the head and neck, damaging cancer DNA and blocking their self-repair mechanisms. It goes to attack right on the, right into the cellular mechanism of the cancerous cells, and it fights cancer there while it turns on your immune response to cancer. Many of the benefits of grapeseed extract are unique. One of the best remedies we have for varicose veins. with phlebitis. Have any of you had this? This is really, many people, the only time they're ever bothered with phlebitis is when they get on an airplane and fly for 2 or 3 hours. They're at altitude, that changes the osmotic pressures in the veins. Also, you're sitting. You tend to become dehydrated in the dry air because it's equal to 6,000 feet when you fly on a commercial airline. This all dries you out. It all promotes phlebitis and clot formation. Take some grapeseed extract and support stockings before you get on that airplane. You're going to walk off that plane feeling like you never flew as far as your phlebitis is gone. It really makes a difference with these phlebitis-type problems. Some people have venous insufficiency. They're just born with bad veins. The valves are incompetent and it pools. And pooling blood leads to clots. Calm the inflammation in those pooling veins with your grapeseed extract, you're going to have less trouble. It is the absolute best natural agent I've ever found for vascular problems of that nature, the phlebitis. And think about this for a minute. Hemorrhoids are just like that. It's the same thing. It's just in a different location, a sensitive location. Grapeseed extract is the best thing I've ever found for hemorrhoids. Fiber, probiotics, grapeseed extract, get your exercise, drink your water, eat a healthy diet. It's going to get better, a lot better. 24 double-blind placebo-controlled trials now with over 1,200 people. Grapeseed extract is absorbed, it's metabolized, reduces cholesterol, glucose levels, triglyceride levels, helps with the liver enzymes and fatty liver disease and diabetes, lowers blood pressure, and protects the skin. I mean, it just goes on and on. These are things you want to make part of your routine daily supplemental plan. Well, that's it for now. Let's go to our break, and we'll come back with our wrap-up in just a minute.
May savings time is here again with our annual cancer-free celebration.
Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and at BioInnovations.
We understand you must be very careful with your budget, so we're offering you the best prices of the year on many of your favorite supplements for the entire month of May. And shipping is free on all orders over $50 in the continental U.S.
Perhaps you've heard about many of these supplements and wondered if they'd help you. Now's a great time to give them a try.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrients and Noni Natural Skincare are up to 50% off. Aloha, Noni, and Acai are still half price by the case. And many other products you've grown to trust are up to 30% off.
May is a great time to stock up on your favorites.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings.
I'm Dr. Richard Becker for Your Health at a Glance. Are you one of the 25 million Americans who suffer from an autoimmune disease such as rheumatoid arthritis or lupus? Autoimmune diseases are caused by a misdirected immune system that attacks the patient as though their own cells are a foreign invader. You can manage the symptoms of an autoimmune disease by living a healthy lifestyle. Here's a strategy. Avoid unnecessary exposure to pollutants and chemicals. Eat a simple organic-based diet free of junk food, low in sugar and food additives. Avoid foods that seem to cause flare-ups of your disease and stay active and exercise. Scientific research shows natural agents are of great benefit to the autoimmune disease patient. Yogurt helps to maintain normal bowel flora. Fish and flaxseed oil and noni juice calm inflammation. Vitamins and minerals provide nutrients for proper immune function. Keep fighting and don't ever give up. A positive attitude can make each day a little better. Different people have different vitamin and mineral needs. That's why Dr. Becker's Bionutrients multiple vitamin and mineral powders come in 4 different blends.
That's right. When it comes to vitamins, no one formula is right for everyone. For those who don't get enough vegetables in their diet, there's the Organic Green Blend with 3 servings of vegetables in every tablespoon.
And for those looking for a boost of fruit and berry phytonutrients, there's the Berry Blend with 3 servings of fruit in every tablespoon.
And don't forget the Active Adult Blend with extra B vitamins, calcium, and added cofactors like ginkgo and CoQ10.
Plus, we've designed a multiple for those with allergies called the Low Allergy Rice Blend.
Whatever your unique needs are, Bionutrients has a multiple vitamin that's just right for you.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Your Health is brought to you by BioInnovations, trusted products for your health and well-being. We're back. Just a quick reminder about the May Savings Celebration at BioInnovations. Great prices and free shipping on orders over $50 in the mainland USA. So, Richard, I know time is short. We've really covered a lot of information. This is really great, though. So, if I were to start supplementing with the grape, how would I do that?
Well, as we learned today, you will absorb Resveratrol and grape seed extract, the OPCs, best. You'll absorb them best if you take them early in the morning with a fatty food, an oily or fatty food. You can take it at any time. You know, don't miss a dose just because you forgot it at breakfast. You could take it at dinner time. Take it with your salad that has olive oil on it. See, there's an oily food. You can take it any time, but you get a little more advantage, a little better blood level if you take it in the morning, but it's not prohibitive at any time. You don't need huge doses. But if what you're doing is not working, you can increase your dose. If you're going to have radiation or chemotherapy for cancer, I would take one of these pills before you go in for the radiation and take one when you come home. Same way with the chemotherapy. Take one before you go, take one when you come home. Because not only does it have preventative benefits, it can also help mop up after the chemo or radiation. So there's a benefit for doing both. And you'll need a slightly higher dose. So that's a good idea too. There are other things you can do with that. We talk about that on another program. So on our cancer show, you'll learn more about that. Our product, of course, has Resveratrol 100 milligrams, grape seed extract 50 milligrams, grape skin extract 25 milligrams, and pine bark extract. So you're getting that symphony of the polyphenols. You're getting a wide variety from multiple sources. This is where, in my humble opinion, where you get your best results. It more closely mimics the diverse diet with multiple antioxidant sources. And again, 1 or 2 capsules a day is more than enough for the vast majority. And if money is tight, and who doesn't have budget issues, even every other day is a benefit. There have been a couple of benefits, and this is not the pattern, but there have been a couple of benefits in the literature where a smaller dose works better than the high dose. But it's only 1 or 2, and it's not been repeated, so I can't say that's true of all of them. But I'll keep track of that. If we find that smaller doses are actually more powerful, I will let you know. But we don't have enough evidence to make that pronunciation yet, okay? So stay with our standard doses till we learn more about that. But we can make this very cost-effective for people. Every other day, every third day, 72 hours of benefit from even a 10 milligram dose? Come on, yeah. Sure. Now, that's not all the benefits. That's your diabetic and heart benefits. But if that's what you're taking it for, save your money. You know, now you have a little more for fish oil or something else, or a little noni juice. See, we're on your side with the cost effectiveness. We want to make this work for you. So there we have it, Cindy. Products of the grape, they're must do. We really need to make this a part of our daily routine. The benefits are just tremendous, side effect free, and there's no reason why not to participate. So thank you for your kind attention here at Your Health. We'll see you tomorrow, folks. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Your Health.
Did you know not all bacteria is bad? Probiotics are healthy, beneficial bacteria which provide life-giving support for your intestines. Add foods like fermented cabbage, coconut, or miso that supports the good bacterial balance in your gut. Real foods like this boost your nutrient assimilation, plus you'll feel great. It's not crazy, just healthy.
Next time on The 3, it's part 2 with MyPillow's Mike Lindell as he explains the political voice God's given him to help President Trump fight addiction in our nation.
I knew MyPillow was just a platform. I knew very early on. Did I ever expect it would be speaking?
Wow.
And if you'd have told me that, when you opened up, I would have said, that ain't ever happened. But God, you know, he has a sense of humor, right? We're going to take this guy and put him here.
Don't miss this exciting new episode right here.